finally got it. I've been in Senate for.
It's a thing we had to probably sit down and talk about probably more than maintenance right now.
Like, is that a tripod?
Our responsible presentation, I think it's
I think they not one of us went on there.
so.
They texted me, or Maddie texted me, or she's like, oh, like it's the that's what like there next piece. So what it's used for is for a lot of legal stuff.
I get that.
Yeah, she texted me. I was working 6:37 for shift or 6:37 shift. Shift being omitted. I don't want to send my supervisor who like oversees Friday night. No, Brad, budget finance committee.
Yeah.
He also does a lot more about how the money works than I do. I said yes. Opposite as a on my agenda. Like if that's a possibility. They were.
Week after Thanksgiving, so
Like you were saying. And I'll, I mean, it's on Thursday afternoon.
Maybe last semester, I've just
Have serious conversations.
graduated with 3 things on Monday night.
That's not normal.
Study hour.
It's normal.
Or
I don't know anyone that's so much drinking at 3 p.m. Friday. A long run.
I think it's somewhat valid. Yeah.
That's okay, and that's not, we can still put, once we talk more with the board advisor and whatnot, and then. I am too, no, too. And I'm committee, that's not like a punishment, that's just like, hey, it's for work, and that's all.
That's what I want to hear, man. Oh, your friends make the sound.
Thanks for letting me know. That was happening before? Yeah.
She kind of knows she messed up a little bit.
Hey, Thomas.
I don't do it for your girlfriend.
Roasted her group.
At like 2:30 because we sat in the parking lot for
Yeah.
chill.
Oh my God, he came out there. He's like, it's a big convention. I'm like,
Sat in the parking lot.
and then he started talking.
They didn't take
I don't y'all serious.
Hey, is it ever stressful?
Take your seats, please. I hope y'all had a great, restful weekend. I'm going to call this meeting to order and begin with open forum. If no one would like to utilize open forum, we'll move into approval of the minutes. Minutes were sent out electronically on Tuesday. Does anyone have any corrections to the minutes? Okay, seeing none, the minutes will be approved and corrected. And now we'll move on to reports from our officers, starting with the president. I think that's from the other week. Okay.
All right, so really quickly, AU Access is going to be having a new update next summer. So it's going to be more in like a tabulated space, like app space, instead of the typical scroll form that we have right now. So is there anything with that y'all would like to see on AU Access? If not, that's great, but I just wanted to ask. Cool. On November 16th, we're going to be having the mental health tab launch day. So we're going to be bringing in the representative from Texas A&M that did this at A&M. We're going to be having concoursing, so y'all can volunteer for that. We're going to be passing out gimmicks, posting materials on the Instagram, et cetera, to get people to be more knowledgeable about it. It's a program that was super successful there, and we're really thinking it's going to be super successful at Auburn. So I'm excited for that. The strategic planning listening sessions for students are going to be next Monday at 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. and 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in Brown Copel 2116. And so that'll be your opportunity as a student to go in and voice any concerns you have about Auburn for the next 10 years, which is super exciting. Another thing that I don't know if Jamie's in here. Do you want to just talk about it, or do you want me to talk about it?
Midship?
Yeah.
We still start.
All right. So previous to COVID, there's a conference called WinShape that was super popular for student organizations to be able to go to that builds up your leadership skills. Is super interactive. It's at a super nice resort with a lot of free food in Rome, Georgia. Really, really nice. And it's an opportunity for students to go and be built up in their leadership styles. So SGA has been given 2 seats. So we'll have 1 person from Cabinet and 1 person from Senate, December 11th through the 13th.
13th through 15th.
13th through 15th. And so what we're gonna do is take the time for y'all to nominate each other. It needs to be a sophomore or junior, preferably somebody that wants to continue their time at SGA. So that way we're pouring back into SGA. But is there anything I missed? Got it? Cool.
Go on,
Alright.
they feed you a lot and they feed you really well.
So with that being said, do y'all have any nominations for your peers that might want to go to check? No?
Yawn.
I'll nominate Ty.
Ashton?
Case
Chirico. All right, cool. We'll have a. Go ahead.
I nominate Jack.
Okay, good. We'll have a little form that y'all can vote on, probably tonight or tomorrow morning, and so that way we'll know who the representative is. If for some reason you can't make those dates or need to pull your name out for any reason, just let us know. And then there's one more thing. Oh, we're gonna be doing the Beat Bama Food Drive collections on Halloween Summit. So whenever y'all are all here dressed up with your branch, you'll also be bringing in different canned food items. Or if y'all just want to Venmo to Beat Bama Food Drive, you can do that as well. But that's it from us. Thanks.
Next, a report from treasurer.
You can dress up as a grown man.
So, hey guys, I did this week. So, Executive Student Council, $500 budget RFRs will process on September 11th. So each college with student council should begin to see these bonds. We have already. Simple financial literacy initiatives. I will begin the process in meetings for reading text stuff to see how we can get the GA who promotes the program and solely focuses on advancing those efforts. Also, what we're looking to do is develop possibly a potential partnership with athletics centered around NIL deals, and financial literacy for all athletes who are team or already have NIL deals to kind of bridge that gap between SGA and athletics, and use athletics to actually promote financial literacy. Also, I'm working on getting the numbers from ring revenue to see about using the revenue from ring sales to purchase T-shirts and quarter zips for student council, Senate, cabinet, and election. Also, T-shirts, quarter zips, and surveys. So, probably a Google form about that. But that'll be coming from revenue, so I'm excited about that. And lastly, I really don't see too many purchase orders from Senate, but I still wanted to talk about it. So I've redesigned the form on a inbox to require a little bit more detail on items requested, vendors we use, proof of event, and time/date needed by. So in the past, I've been like a little bit lenient on like how you can submit purchase orders, because like honestly 5 days before the event, there's enough time, but just for transparency for me, Jamie, and Paul, and whoever has the purchase right at that time, we will now require all purchase order forms to be submitted 10 business days prior to the event. And also, back to the Walmart business, and Amazon, I really want to stress that we try to use Amazon a lot more than we already do, because we really don't use it. We really just stick to like Walmart pickup, Kroger, Summer's Lemonade, and stuff like that. But I know Amazon may have like a lot more creative stuff that we like to do for projects and initiatives, and also it gets delivered right to the suite. So you can pick it up. You can even get notified when it's delivered. And we have an Amazon account that we really don't use, so I really want to push that. And yeah, any questions about anything I just said? I know that was a lot. that's all for me. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Good question. Next report from Executive Vice President of Outreach.
It's working now, is it? Okay. Hey everyone, hope you're all having a good Monday. Y'all had a good bye week. First off is we have Breaking Barriers this Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. In the Student Activity Center. So just a little refresher about what Breaking Barriers is. So it's going to be a collaboration between BSU and ISO, and this is an annual event between the governance organizations. And pretty much the goal is to break out into discussion groups and talk about various topics, issues, concerns that Auburn students are facing on campus. And so from there, we're going to gather all of that feedback about the different facets and deliver that to administration. So it's extremely important for each and every one of y'all to be there because we need all of this feedback to be presented to administrators so that we can then improve campus climate as well as student experience. So that's this Thursday. Make sure to send Juju your excuse if you can't make it. Is that right? Okay. And then we had our first DEI spotlight in this week in SGA, which I'm really excited about and looking forward to seeing each week. And then we had our second voter registration drive this past week. And so you can tell we had so many students get registered to vote, which is awesome, from our total for 245 students. So that's awesome. And then our September Auburn Answers report was sent out last week, and all that information goes to administrators. And then disregard that. And then Heyday volunteer sessions and assignments will be coming up soon. So if you turn in a volunteer application, you'll be getting information with that very soon. And the first one is this Wednesday at 4, and then there's, I think, 2 following week. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Next, a report from Executive Chief of Staff. Jill has Better Relations Day coming up. If y'all got the invitation for that, please RSVP by tonight. Also, if you are leading a breakout session during that, she's already notified you, and there will be an information session next Monday. And then if you want to help with Better Relations Day and be a part of the Spirit Tunnel, around 9 a.m. She can write you an excuse, basically, if you want to get out of class or something. And then if you are part of another org or just have general campus updates you want me to share at Cabinet/Senate, let her know and she can add them to her slides. Okay, and finally, report from initiatives.
Monday. Safety Walk is going to be on November the 7th, so more to come about that. Tomorrow we have a meeting with Carrie Rose in the Auburn Affairs office about implementing a sexual assault survivor resource awareness type message on syllabi, sort of similar to the mental health resource message on syllabi. So we're just going to kind of brainstorm that with her. And then the Village Blends is moving to the Toro Sushi area whenever Toro Sushi moves to the student center. And then, yeah, we are working in academics on the MCAT and DAT prep course, and we're done with the benchmarking. So we got data from other schools about whether they do a similar sort of thing or not. And then we're putting together a survey for Up All Night for students in the library studying during finals on different academics related questions. So that's pretty much it for me. Thanks.
Thanks, John. That concludes exec reports. We'll move on to committee reports, starting with academic affairs.
We're off engineering report.
Okay, budget and finance,
Critical business no report.
code of laws,
hearing at large, short report, but we're continuing our research on the scientific supply store line. So if you do have any classes that use that line or require you to purchase materials from that store, let us know. And also we're working on our code adjustments, and then coming up, we're also going to be working on apportionment in the spring election schedule. So that's exciting. Thanks.
Sarah, DEI,
Inman business, no report.
student affairs.
Hilton at large. So a few things from us this week. Still open to any feedback about game day and concessions. Want to know if that's going well, not going well. With health and wellness, we have a meeting this week with Lady Cox and others about hiring an outside telecounseling service. That's on Thursday. Vera also worked with the Heyday team on the custodial staff project, and they will be receiving name tags on Heyday, and they are also invited to lunch on the green space during Heyday. Dining, we're also open to any feedback from the Edge dinner last Monday. If there's anything that stuck out to you or any project that stuck out to you as interesting, we'd love to talk about it. Also, Bada Burger is getting replaced soon, so open to any options y'all have seen at different colleges or it might not be at a college, but open to anything that y'all think would be good there. We also, so with finals slowly coming up, we need a theme for late night at the Edge. They want 4 to 5 themes for that, and then they're gonna narrow it down with a poll. So if you have any really good ideas, we definitely need those. And they are also working on an Auburn family feast with ISO and SGA at Thanksgiving for our ISO students. Yeah, with parking, we rescheduled the concourse. Jake and Ed are gonna go out in the concourse. I think this week or next week.
Thursday.
It's Thursday, sweet. And that's about the impact ticket voiding plan. So that's gonna be awesome. And then OIT, we had a meeting with Kevin Watson, the student affairs technology director. He's planning on taking more disciplinary action with students transferring their tickets. So I would just let people know that that there's gonna be more disciplinary action when it comes to that stuff. And then the new room reservation system that's replacing Dibs will start to go live later this month. So if y'all see that go live, try it out, let us know, and see how it works. Sorry that was a lot, but it's all from us.
Thanks, Zach. And finally, executive session.
Hey y'all, not much from us. Office hour and involvement hour form is in the group meeting, so just make sure you fill that out by next Monday.
Next reports from Liaison, starting with Honors Congress.
So, this week, the Honors Congress Spirit Committee is hosting a different session on Diversity and Honors tomorrow is hosting trivia at 5 p.m. Library 3041. And then next week, Honor Serves is hosting, or they're partnering with Creature Preserve and Nature Center to have like a Halloween event. And those will be October 19th through the 21st.
Next, BSU.
Next means BSU and OID. So just some updates. We did have our freshman committee retreat 2 Sundays ago, and it was really good to just meet all the new freshmen, and they were so excited. And also we're beginning to work on some type of collaboration, maybe like a mixer with freshman forum and freshman committee, just because we want those two groups to get to know each other well. Since they are coming in with like fresh new eyes, I think that'd be a great idea. And then we are going to have fall forum in the ballroom this Wednesday at 5 p.m. So if you can make it, please come. And then we also had our Auburn High School HBCU Expo last Wednesday, and that was good to just be able to get the word out about BSU, even though we aren't an HBCU. It was just cool to like get to talk to the high school students, and just kind of push like why they should come to Auburn, and that they'd still like have an opportunity to be in a community with Black people if they did go to Auburn. And then we also had I Am My Brother's Keeper mentorship meet and greet today. So for the people that went, that was like a great experience to just get to be able to pour into young people and just mentor them. Yeah, let's look forward to that. And then reports from OID. We have a Tuskegee trip with student involvement coming up. So if any of y'all want to sign up for that, please do. And then we also have a Southern California trip over the fall break for some students that are part of our Tiger Excellence Scholars Program. And this trip is fully paid for, and they'll be learning about Latinx culture. And these students usually come from backgrounds that are first generation and also Pell Grant eligible students. So just giving them the opportunity to be able to travel places has been really great. Thing that OID has been able to kind of really do. And then National Coming Out Day is on Wednesday in the Cross Cultural Center at 4 to help celebrate the LGBTQ plus Heritage Month that just started. And then last Friday we had Tiger Network, which is our for first generation students, just allowing them to be able to come into community with other first generation students. And then our World Mental Health Day Lunch and Learn in the Alumni Center is tomorrow at 11:30. If any of y'all can go, I think that's a really great thing because I didn't even know that we had a World Mental Health Day. So please come if you can in your spring lunch. So that's a bonus too. And then last thing is that I've heard some concerns about Heyday, and like when I just ask people like what do you think of Heyday that are in BSU or that I know like in OID, it's kind of like, oh, like Heyday is just, you know, whatever. Like it's not really that great of a day. Nobody really speaks to me, even though it's like literally called Heyday. And so I just want to remind like some of y'all who are volunteering are going to be a part of it, just to make sure that you're not speaking to people that you know or that look like you. Like make sure that you're speaking to other students as well, because that's really important. And it's like an Auburn tradition, so I feel like for people, I don't know, like for me personally, to hear people say that like they hate Heyday, like that doesn't make me feel good, you know? Like as an Auburn student, like that is one of our traditions. So the people that are volunteering, please just make sure that like you are going out of your way to like speak to people that don't look like you, that you don't interact with. I feel like what better day to do it than Heyday, you know? So like please do that. But that's all for me.
That was a great report, great reminder going into Heyday. And next report, student veterans.
Bramwell ASVA. Hey, last time I talked to y'all, we had sold 700 shirts. We just closed that out with 1,100 shirts sold. That raised us. A lot of shirts, thank you very much. We also, this week, we partnered with the Alabama Marine Foundation, and they approved a $10,000 annual grant every year for a veteran scholarship.
Awesome. Next report, ROTC.
That's ROTC no report.
We will move into current orders of business. First current order of business is brought to you by Senator Herring.
Hearing at large, I ask for approval of the following. 400.2.7, basically in this line, it's talking about the timeline in which decisions have to be given back to whoever was requesting something from the judicial board. So in all cases that are not concerning elections, they can be in 48 business hours instead of just 1. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? Then moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Thomas.
General business, just a point of inquiry. So just to clarify, 48 business hours is 5 days, correct?
48 business hours. It would be 2, I believe, if it was like put in like on a Monday, it would be returned to you by Wednesday, but if it was a Friday, then technically it could be, if it was Friday after 5 p.m., it could be returned on a Wednesday.
Shouldn't it be like 2 business days instead of, because 48 business hours is 8 to 5, which would be 9 hours. And 48 divided by 9 is 5.3 repeating.
Okay.
So. You can tell me what?
Big bunch of guy over there.
Numbers. On top of your head.
I think they meant by business hours, it could be 2 business days.
Is that what they were meaning, intending?
Strike business.
Whenever they put in the request for the change, I think that what they were saying was 2 business days. But we can change that if you think that it would be a good one.
I think that'd be a good amendment to.
To move to make the amendment.
I would move to amend and strike business hour. I guess we could strike 48 business hours and replace it with 2 business days.
Is there a second for this
Second.
amendment? It's been moved and seconded. Is there any debate on this amendment? Okay, we will now vote on this amendment via hands. So all in favor of this amendment, say aye and raise your hand. All not in favor, say nay and raise your hand. Okay, this amendment has been passed. Is there any further debate on the bill at hand? Yes, Senator Rudolph.
Rudolph, due to the previous amendment, is there still a need for the statement of whenever possible? Or is that not an addition in the copy on the screen? But if we fix the hourly amount, just say business days, and is that whenever possible, except in cases of involving elections, is that still needed? Because now that covers elections too, because it's just business days now?
For elections, it's still going to be the way that it normally was. Like if something comes in after 5 o'clock on a Friday, well, it has to be turned in before 5 o'clock on voting day if it was a Friday, and then that decision needs to be returned before call out. So really, this is only applying decisions that are outside the realm of elections. But then wherever possible, I believe that if there was a special case in which the decision needed to be returned sooner, I think that that could be requested, but wherever possible, being that it's not needed for that decision to be returned within 2 business days, given that adequate time span.
Is there any further debate? Okay, seeing none, we'll move into a vote. Also, if y'all are on your Canvas page, go to the modules and it's there, like under October 9th. I don't think a lot of people knew that, but that is going to save you so much time.
It's been a month. That's what I'm saying. We had a month. Gosh. I just feel bad because now RCP for better relations.
The ayes have it and this bill has been adopted. Thank you for the friendly discussion, and we'll move on to the next current order of business brought to you by Senator DeVay.
Ask for the approval of the following. Listening to 1006.1, you just like how the SGA office, like now anytime a candidate for elections wants to withdraw their name, they can either do it in person or on AU Involve. 1008.5.12, we just renamed it to Melton instead of Auburn University.
And then 1,901.14.7, just fix the typo, just change the wording. 1,100.3, we just renamed to reflect the changes of the title of the rec, and then the same thing with the next.
Is there a second?
Actually, I think on 1,025, Auburn University shouldn't be stricken out. It should be replaced in say every Auburn University building. Oh, that's really
Senator Rudolph?
Rudolph, Mr. Chair, it might just be my copy, but this is the same version.
It's not the same.
Is the one written the correct one?
Is it my only person who's?
That's not right.
The red's not matching. The written one still strikes.
Question being. So that's what this is supposed to say?
Yes, that's correct.
Wait, so what's supposed to be crossed
So the one on the screen is the correct version?
Yes.
Okay.
Printed is
Okay.
No, I did not. Call for a recess, we can figure it out. No way. Why don't you call for a 5-minute recess, we can get it straightened out.
Wait, I'm gonna call for like a 2-minute recess. We're gonna figure it out. Be like 2 minutes.
I'm just saying for sure. Yes. I don't know if we're gonna have to feel freaking can have.
So difficult to be all patient. Things like this.
Oh, that's the worst? Okay, get out.
We're speaking to him in our meeting.
The right.
I try to micro changes for you. They got a completely different version of what I said.
I didn't think last year. No, I did this last year.
Not my bad.
I sat in all the interviews last year.
I know a lot of
No way we're having this.
I don't know which one's official and correct.
Let's take a week long recess.
There's so many technical difficulties right now.
I feel like I'm not gonna rest my homework while they're arguing over here.
You watching this? No way. What, are you watching the breaks?
Oh,
no, baby.
Got messed up.
Have you watched the breaks?
What?
Big time. Are you kidding me right now?
My roommate's going crazy right now. I got a buddy there right now at the game.
Time is hard.
I bet that place is.
I have all day tomorrow.
Ran a hat. We like these horrible hotels.
Like their season. Well, it's best of 5.
Oh
Yeah.
Who has lost?
Like a Marriott or a Hilton, it's like
Austin Riley.
small business.
All your tabs, please.
So your national security.
What is that? What is all this? You need that.
What's with the ones wearing white dresses?
Oh, he did, okay, never mind, he has had bad experience.
It was
that
a
was sick.
4-year
I like
thing called
the
Emerald
viewing
Balls.
too.
The president wears green and then everyone else wears white or black.
Fractions well.
Definitely sounds like
Red and black? Okay, cool.
You get to pick.
I was looking, I was like, I was like, I'm saying, if you say
what it says on this.
I was looking, I was really confused.
That's actually really funny. I appreciate you trying to understand last semester.
Yeah.
I'm hip.
White has, and I was.
Oh wait, that's funny. What are they talking
That's the one
What are
word.
they talking about? And pick whichever
I
color.
was so confused.
Another one was so easy.
I was waiting like a day or two, and they were posting. That makes sense.
That's right. That's right.
It's like you got so it's your special ball, and the rest of them do
The fact check.
Regular, whatever.
Yeah, should have fact checked just live.
Found me a day.
I had to go back and remember what I was going to talk about.
That's what a coach.
Oh, I gotta take you.
Some things.
There's nothing like special with the color. It's just a year, every 2 years. So,
You don't have to like.
but that all bylaws we were gonna make this maybe this year when we get outlook.
Okay, I called to a Zoom session and we're just gonna go, what you have in front of you on your paper is what was passed in Senate exec. So we're going to go based on that and just gonna take off on the screen, current orders of business at hand. So continue, please, Senator Devine.
Starting.
You just move to pass.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Second.
It is moved and seconded to adopt the bill as just read. Is there any debate on the bill in front of you?
Point of inquiry, did we amend the Auburn University and
No,
Melton?
that was amended.
That was amended?
No, it wasn't amended.
Why not?
No one moved to amend it.
I moved to amend the bill and strike Melton from 1008.5.12 and keep Auburn University.
Is there a second on this amendment?
Oh,
Yes.
oh, I see what he's talking about, the duplicate.
Is there a second on that amendment?
Yes.
Is there any debate?
Are we amending? Okay. Taking out the Melton.
We don't need to say over any Melton building, right? We need to say any Auburn University building. People are.
Got it. Okay, sorry. I thought you meant, sorry.
So now we're gonna do, if there's no more debate, is there any debate? Then we're gonna move into a vote on this amendment. All in favor, please say aye and raise your hand. All not in favor, please say nay and raise your hand. Okay, this amendment has passed. Now back to the legislation in hand. Do you want to vote in the canvas quiz? Please do that. Again, go to the modules and they'll all be there.
Don't look at me. That's supposed to be. Just kidding.
Still waiting for some more votes on PSSB 23092502.
The modifications just didn't come through on the printout.
Gotcha. We need like a really juicy bill. I don't like the Jacobs and the keys in my car. Back in my car, so hopefully everything's all right. Like that's what he is now. Good car.
Right, this bill has been passed, the ayes have it, and we'll move on to the next current order of business brought to you by Senator Marino.
Marina, Sam, ask for approval of the following. 302.1.2, it's just striking 8 and 5 p.m., 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. to match university hours of 7:45 a.m. and 4:45 p.m. 302.1.3 is striking at least 12 hours before its weekly meeting. They just aren't doing that anymore. And then 303.7.1.2 is making Auburn students plural, so just adding an S on students. And then 303.8.1.3 is capitalizing the S in student and A in affairs. I move to pass this bill through.
Is there a second? Is there any debate? I would move into a vote. Okay, the ayes have it, and this bill has been passed. That concludes our current orders of business, and now we'll move on to our future order of business.
Auburn at large asks for approval of the following: Tammy Rahman, International Student Organization.
Are there any questions on this future order? Okay, that concludes our future order of business. Also, Tammy is here with us, so y'all please introduce yourself. So that concludes our future order of business. I'll move into announcements. We're getting freshman forum mentees this week, which is so exciting. If you are a committee head, you will personally get assigned a mentee, so you are in charge of them. They will be asked what their mentorship has what they got out of their mentorship for that week, whether it's inviting them to your committee meeting, bringing them along to your meetings. Let me know if you have any questions on that. They said that Senate was like the #1 mentorship that people wanted, so that's like super awesome that they want to get involved in Senate, and I told them to bring them all on. And so Thursday, 5 to 7, community, or Breaking Barriers, sorry, I keep calling it a dinner. Other than that, keep up the good work, and this meeting's adjourned.